You didn't ask for the attention. You didn't perform for the obsession. You simply existed at full power, and that was enough to make them never forget you. That's not a curse. That's a crown. Chosen ones carry a frequency that is genuinely rare. It's not arrogance. It's not performance. It's an authentic radiance, a quality of presence that people feel before you speak. Rooms shift. Energy settles or elevates. Attention moves. You've always noticed it and likely spent years trying to dim it because the people closest to you were made uncomfortable by what you carry naturally. That discomfort was never about you being too much. It was about them confronting how little they feel by comparison. Here is the dynamic no one names clearly enough. When a narcissist loses access to a chosen one through no contact, gray rock, or simply outgrowing the dynamic, something ruptures in them. They didn't just lose a person, they lost their primary source, their mirror, their most potent supply. And what happens to someone who is obsessed with a source they can no longer control? They become a stan. The rejected narcissist begins to orbit from a distance, monitoring social media, tracking movements through proxies, inserting themselves into peripheral spaces, engineering coincidental run-ins. They perform indifference publicly while privately fixating. They smear the chosen one to an audience while being unable to stop watching them. They recruit NPCs to gather information they no longer have direct access to. This is not love. This is not hate. This is withdrawal from the most potent thing they ever encountered, and they cannot metabolize the loss. You became a celebrity to someone who never deserved a front row seat. Showing up in spaces you newly occupy shortly after you arrive, using mutual connections to monitor your life indirectly, publicly dismissing you while privately tracking every move, sending messages through third parties, NPCs deployed as information gatherers, oscillating between smear campaigns and sudden attempts at re-engagement, reacting to your wins with disproportionate agitation disguised as indifference. None of this is about you doing something wrong. This is the signature of someone who cannot process that the most magnetic person they ever encountered walked away and kept shining. You do not manage a stand by fighting, explaining, or engaging. You manage it the way a sovereign manages unwanted noise, with total unbothered redirection. Move 1. Treat the behavior as data, not drama. When someone is orbiting, document and observe. Do not react publicly. Reactions are the reward. Your unbothered state is the boundary. Move 2. Tighten your inner circle. The stand feeds through proximity, direct or proxy. Audit who has access to your movements, your plans, your wins. NPCs carry information without realizing they're being used. Move 3. Keep shining publicly and strategically. Your visibility is your protection, not your vulnerability. A chosen one who continues to grow, build, and show up in full power cannot be effectively smeared. The narrative falls apart against evidence of your actual life. Move 4. Refuse the significance of their obsession. The most powerful move is psychological, refusing to let their fixation feel like a threat or a compliment. It is simply information about what you carry. Process it, file it, move on. Move 5. Use legal and formal documentation when patterns escalate. When orbiting behavior crosses into harassment, it becomes a matter of record, not of energy management. Document dates, patterns, and witnesses. Sovereign chosen ones protect themselves through every available channel. They couldn't dim you when they had access. They cannot stop watching you now that they don't. Let that be the reminder every time you forget your frequency. You are not bothered by the orbit. You are the sun. Stars don't chase attention. They simply burn, and everything else revolves. Rejected narcissists don't move on. They become stands. Here's the psychology and how sovereign chosen ones handle unwanted groupies without breaking their stride. Be sure to like, follow, share, and follow your tribe of alchemists